Hello, I'm Eric Snodgrass, and thank you for watching today's midday weather outlook for the southern region, brought to you by Nutrien Ag Solutions. Well, normally I like to get this video out to you relatively quickly, early in the morning, but I needed more time to do some analysis here because we had a couple of things to talk about. This is taking a look here at the all hazards weather map right now, and the color that you see right in through here, this is indicating a heat advisory. So we're watching out today for some pretty high temperatures in this region. But I think the bigger thing that we want to be talking about right now is what is going on with this tropical system. So I want to first take you here to a look at the surface flow. So we're looking here at the winds at the surface. And there's a couple of things I want to note. Part of that heat is due to some stagnation we have here with, in general, higher atmospheric pressure in this area. Outside of that, you can start to see this small circulation sitting right in through here and this elongated region all over here where we have higher atmospheric pressure. Now, all of this is a major kind of influencer on what's going to happen. We're going to be seeing a tropical system emerging here that's going to slide, it already has throughout the middle of the state, into this part of the Gulf of Mexico. And then at that point, that particular feature will be moving over here toward the Texas-Louisiana border. And we're going to talk in a few minutes about where it's going to go from there. But I want to make one very simple statement about this. This particular system that is coming, its biggest threat for us in the southern region is going to be heavy rain. The question, where is it going to go? All right, so stagnant air to start the day off. We got some heat coming in to Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, this region in the south central part of the United States. Meanwhile, to the southeast, can you see the flow doing something like this? We will, in addition to the heavy rain that will be coming out of this tropical system that may be named Barry, be getting quite a bit of heavy rain here over the southeast as well. So with that as the main focus of this video, let's get right into it. National Hurricane Center has now got this up to an 80% probability here of forming into a named system by the time we get through into our weekend here, so you can kind of see the main region that it is watching. So the current center of the tropical disturbance is sitting here just over the Florida Panhandle, and we're going to watch it very carefully as it moves into this region in the Gulf. Now, I'm going to focus almost entirely on the European model because looking at the GFS, it did not capture the morning convection, the morning thunderstorms very well, and the European model did. So this is what we're looking at. Current position is sitting right in through here. Now, what you're looking at in each one of these squiggly lines is one of the 51 separate ensemble member forecasts of this particular tropical disturbance at this point. Now, what we do here is we run the model 51 different times, each time with a different change, a perturbation, something different, because we want to see how robust the forecast can be. And right now, the spread is enormous on where it could go. If you were to just take the mean route, yes, it comes right down through here and then eventually up over into this section of kind of the Texas-Louisiana border, into the Arklatex region. But what you cannot do with this much spread is just average them and put the line down the middle. Remember that all of these separate lines are a separate possibility. Now, we in the Corn Belt are watching carefully. The most ideal situations for it to come right up like this. We need the rain now, believe it or not. Can't believe I'm saying this, but we need the rain. If this were to skirt and go in this direction here into parts of Tennessee, Kentucky, and over toward the Appalachian Mountains and miss the midsection of the country, this could be detrimental. If it stays here in Texas, this could have a major flooding problem in Texas. We're going to have to see where this is going to go. Let me make a case for what I'm seeing right now. Starting things off, here's the high-resolution rapid refresh model, taking you all the way out again to middle of the afternoon on Wednesday. We can see that as these tropical thunderstorms sitting here are starting to take shape, potentially becoming what will be called Barry, you do notice that much of the southeast here, fed on all that moisture, is still going to pop with thunderstorms. Okay, we're still going to see the southeast really popping over the next 36 hours with a lot of thunderstorm activity. From here forward, I want to show you this map. This is just looking at the next 10 days as to where the operational European model is suggesting this will go. By the way, with each one of those thunderstorms you just saw in that previous animation, we have the potential to put down 2-3 inches of rain in an hour or two. So there could be some very, very heavy rainfall given how much moisture is in the atmosphere right now over the southeast. So maybe some of you saw some of the flooding we had in the DC area. These storms can do that very easily. The operational European model wants to take what could be named Barry right here up the gut of Mississippi River and eventually into the eastern Corn Belt. But this is just one run. This is just one run, the operational run. What I want to do is we're going to watch this carefully every day this week to see how by the time we get toward the end of the week and weekend, where it eventually comes on shore in the United States. Because where it comes on shore, it is absolutely loaded with tropical moisture, and there will be a major flood threat. It's probably somewhere in that area that I just colored. Now, if it makes a turn this way, if it comes up into the Mississippi River, or if it slides over to Texas, we just do not know at this point. I'll tell you what I'm currently thinking based off of this operational run. So I've taken you up about a mile in the atmosphere, and what I'm going to have to watch very carefully is the coupling between this feature here, this down here, and where the circulation event is eventually going to go. Right now, the European model wants to take this little shortwave and shove it to the north and east, not allowing it to pull on this tropical system, which we've been talking about. If this trough lingers, if it just sits there and hangs around to the end of the week, it will help pull this tropical disturbance quickly into the Appalachian Mountains. If it exits and gets here quickly, then this will have a much better chance at coming up like this, getting pushed through Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, and into Illinois. And that will be aided first by the flow coming out of this push from the Caribbean here, and then secondly by some stronger northerly winds that are coming up in this direction. So it's a complicated pattern. You need to understand that there's not going to be anybody that's going to be able to call this perfectly right now. We all see the same thing in the spread and the model runs, and we're going to be heavily reliant on those. Operational runs do take it right up in this direction right now. We're going to have to see how run to run these things do change. Now, while this particular system is moving over, we will see near average and at times cooler than average temperatures. This is due to cloud cover and rain. But what I want to do to finish this is I want to tell you, we have seen a weakening of El Nino, which has slowed the whole global progression of the jet stream. And what I'm saying here is that even though this shows you the 5 days that go from Thursday into next Tuesday, look at what happens when we look at day 5 through day 10. So this would be Tuesday to, about there to Friday. At that point, the jet stream has got this very long and broad ridge sitting over this area, which means as we progress toward the middle and end of July, we're actually going to be seeing, look at this. This has now got you out to the day 11 to 15 forecast. Much of our southern region sitting under that broader ridge here is going to be seeing, let me draw that again a little bit better for you here. There we go. Under that broader ridge is going to be seeing some warmer temperatures. So we're going to continue with that warm bias forward. A week ago when I was producing forecasts, back on like July 3rd, we knew that we were seeing the transition, but it was not nearly as concrete as it is now. And so we're going to be seeing this longer-term warmer pattern setting up. A lot of daily convective stuff going on down here. So I'll just draw a thunderstorm symbol so that you know it's going to storm there. It'll be to the north of it that we're concerned about potentially drying out. And I'll talk more about that in my long-range forecast tomorrow and in a big global update that comes out on Thursday. So I'm going to stop right here because the main focus I wanted to be on this tropical disturbance. Keep a close eye on it. You can visit the National Hurricane Center. That's nhc.noaa.gov. Check it out if it's in between my videos and make sure that you see what's going on there. All right? Main threat is flooding. What we don't know yet is exactly where it is going to hit and track through the southern region. Okay? We'll stop this right here and hope you look forward to our forecast videos that come out for the rest of this week. But we at Nutrien Ag Solutions, thank you for your attention. We'll talk to you again soon. Thank you.